He was instructed to shoot a man and refused, which resulted in him being chastised and alienated within APD. Welcome, Mr. Sam Costales. A big round of applause.
Yeah!
My name is Sam Costales. I served 24 years in the police department. And I was forced out after that 24 years. I've been told by some people, you heard out there, walk a mile in my shoes. Well, I walked 24 years in the Albuquerque police officer's shoes. So I can give an opinion. I can give a judgment as to what I see is wrong with the Albuquerque Police Department.
Yeah.
I believe they're overzealous. I believe they're too quick to pull the trigger. I believe they're too quick to inflict pain on their fellow citizens. And most importantly, I believe they chastise and harass officers who don't want to kill somebody, as happened with me. I happened the other day, which I have in my pocket, to find an article written about that will support that statement, what I just told you. Is there a culture of violence among APD? Yes, I believe so. I believe they've turned more militaristic in their actions. They've adopted a militaristic point of view. They look at you citizens not as they're serving and protecting you, but they look as an authority over you, that they don't want to stand side by side with you, in other words. They need to return to community policing or friendlier policing where they're there to protect and serve, and not the way they're going right now. In the police academy, we were taught some things that I obviously was in disagreement with. They said, when you made this decision, stand by your decision. Don't waver from your decision. They said, right or wrong, good or bad, stand by your decision. They also said, don't apologize. Don't admit you made a mistake to anybody. Let them know that you're in charge, that you're making decisions. So I didn't follow that. I apologized to people, and I said I'm sorry at times, and I said, I made a mistake at times. We were also told in the police academy, sort of with a wink and a nod, if ever you witness wrongdoing by another police officer, report it. This is not true. We knew damn well if you reported another cop for any wrongdoing, it would be the end of your career, as was it mine. The cover-up, unfortunately, still exists. It existed then, and it persists now. It hasn't gotten any better as far as I'm concerned, as far as police covering up for one another. It's called the blue wall of silence. If you cross that wall, your career's over. You're done. So you have to understand that. As a police officer, if you break that code of silence, then you're sort of forced out, like as I was. They talk about good apples and a few bad apples on the police department. I disagree. I believe there's more bad apples than there is good apples.
That's right.
Thank you. I believe the good apples are afraid to come forward for fear and retaliation by their so-called brothers in blue, by their administration, and by their police union.
Right.
The union will not hold up for you. They'll cast you aside just as fast as they did me. I received an email the other day from a fellow retired police officer that said, in part, APD is experiencing some troubled times now. We need to stand together as for our brothers in blue. I quickly emailed him back and said, I do not stand for a color, I stand for what's right.
That's right. Amen.
Now, finally, after I don't know how long it's been, the DOJ has finally spoken and said what you people have all been saying and what I've been believing and what I've been knowing for all this time. They've finally spoken and said, yes, these things are happening within APD. And yes, there needs to be a change. And now we have some backbone with that. But we have Gordon, I won't say the word chief because I don't look at him as a chief, and Ray Schultz, who refused to admit there was a problem with the police department. we have Kerry Brandenburg, who refused to fully investigate any officer-involved shootings when they're right in front of her. We have Stephanie Lopez, the APOA president, who gives every officer a $500 bonus for shooting somebody for a job well done. And finally, to Mr. Berry. Mr. Berry, having learned about the findings of the DOJ, said, I wasn't aware this was going on. I didn't know this was happening. Really? You really hadn't heard any of these people say that? You really haven't heard that? Mr. Berry, because I won't refer to him as the mayor, you have turned a blind eye and a deaf ear to our concerns. Richard Berry, do you hear us now? Thank you.
Thank you. Let's give it up one more time. No justice, no peace.